What up, Bugles? I want to welcome you to this video. Today we are gonna dive into the latest omnibus written by one of my all-time favorite writers and centered around the event that reshaped the whole modern Marvel universe. Oh yes, Secret Wars by Jonathan Hickman Omnibus. The cover price is 100 USD and it has 872 pages. Omnibus contains the entire main Secret Wars event, as well as the complete prelude from Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers series. I own this direct market cover featuring artwork by the legendary one and only Alex Ross. The art itself is incredibly dynamic and action-packed, showcasing heroes in the heat of battle. Honestly, I think it's unnecessary to describe it in too much detail. Just one glance at the Ross work speaks louder than 1,000 words. Myra released this omnibus with 3 covers. Alex Ross also handled the standard cover, which depicts the Maker and Mr. Fantastic in the foreground, with other major players from the event behind them. Without spoiling too much, anyone familiar with the relationship between Mr. Fantastic and the Maker will appreciate how Ross captured the essence of these two characters. The second direct market cover by Jim Cheung features a clash between heroes from Marvel's Earth 616 and their counterparts from the Ultimate Universe. While all 3 covers beautifully capture the atmosphere of Secret Wars, I personally believe Ross's covers stand out and they are just epic. The back cover presents another stunning piece of action art by Alex Ross, and let's be honest, you simply can't go wrong with Ross. Beneath this, there's a bold statement declaring the biggest Marvel event of them all, alongside a Secret Wars logo and a summary of the story. At the bottom, we get a usual list of issues included in the omnibus. The spine design is classic Marvel, with the Marvel Omnibus logo at the top, the book title in the middle, and the names of the primary creators listed below it. At the very bottom, there's a small piece of artwork to round things out. The boards are adorned with a stunning piece of art by the talented RIBIC, depicting heroes at the moment of universal destruction. It's absolutely epic. When we open the book, you are greeted with a minimalist white opening page, followed by the table of contents that lists all the creators involved in each chapter of this omnibus. Marvel wastes no time as the stories begin immediately after this. One of the things I have to praise Marvel Comics for is the mapping of this book. Marvel often has a unique and let's call it quirky approach to mapping their event omnibuses. Typically, they place the main event at the beginning, followed by the tie-ins and side stories. This time, however, is different. Everything is present in the correct reading order, just as it should be. Perhaps this is because the book starts with the prelude issues from Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers, and the tie-ins to the main event itself are not included here. We will touch on that point later in this video. First, let's address the elephant in the room, double dipping. All the Avengers and New Avengers issues contained in the Secret Wars by Jonathan Hickman Omnibus can also be found in the Avengers by Jonathan Hickman Omnibus Volume 2. To be specific, we are talking about 20 issues, which accounts for roughly half of the Avengers Omnibus, and that's a significant overlap. However, we are dealing with Hickman here, whose writing is extremely intricate and interconnected. His Marvel saga spans across all his series. Now, I'm not saying you need to have read everything Hickman has written for Marvel to fully enjoy Secret Wars, but it's true that the first steps towards this event began way back during his Fantastic Four run, which has been collected in 2 omnibuses. That being said, everything you need to immerse yourself in Secret Wars is included in this omnibus. Despite the significant double dipping, I believe Marvel made the right decision in publishing the book as it is. Without spoiling anything, I will briefly touch on what the Prelude is about. The narrative introduced the concept of incursions, moments when two universes collide, threatening the destruction of both unless one Earth is destroyed to save the other. These events serve as a backbone of Hickman's overarching narrative and set the stage for the multiversal chaos of Secret Wars. In Avengers, we see the formation of massive, universe-spanning team of Earth's mightiest heroes, tasked with facing cosmic threats beyond comprehension. On the other hand, New Avengers focus on the secretary Illuminati, a clandestine group of Marvel's most brilliant and powerful characters who grapple with the moral and ethical dilemmas of destroying alternate Earths to save their own. The contrast between these two series highlights the tension between idealism and pragmatism, a recurring theme through Hickman's run. As the prelude builds toward the climax, the multiverse begins to collapse in on itself. The narrative becomes increasingly tense and apocalyptic, with every decision carrying enormous weight. By the time we reach the main event of Secret Wars, the stakes couldn't be higher. Let me circle back to the tie-ins for a moment. I mentioned earlier that they are not included in this omnibus. That's absolutely correct. Instead, the tie-ins are getting their own collections, with the first one set to release this month. Secret Wars BATTLEWORLD Omnibus Volume 1. Yes, there were so many tie-ins for Secret Wars that they will fill at least 2 omnibuses. Fortunately, these tie-ins are not essential to understanding or enjoying the main event. Readers can fully, clearly, and perfectly immerse themselves into the Secret Wars story as Marvel presented in this omnibus. The Battleworld Omnibus, on the other hand, features completely standalone stories that simply take place in the bizarre and fragmented world of Battleworld. Now let's focus on the main Secret Wars event. The story begins with the collapse of the Marvel multiverse. When the final incursion occurs between Earth 616, the main Marvel universe, and Earth 1610, the Ultimate Universe. Both worlds are obliterated. However, thanks to the machination of Doctor Doom, a new world emerges from the ashes, Battleworld. Battleworld is a patchwork planet composed of remnants from different destroyed universes. It is ruled by a god Emperor Doom who has stolen the power of the Beyonders and reshaped reality to his will. Doom is worshipped as a deity while his inner circle, including Doctor Strange as the Sheriff of Agamotto and the Thor Corps as his enforcers, helps maintain order. One of Hickman's greatest strengths is his world building, and Battleworld is a prime example of his genius. Each region of the planet is unique with its own culture, rules, and storylines. From the undead-infested Deadlands to the futuristic city of Doomstadt, every part of Battleworld feels alive and distinct. Hickman also takes full advantage of the multiverse concept, bringing in alternate versions of beloved characters and exploring how they interact in this new fractured world. Hickman's storytelling is a blend of intellectual complexity and emotional resonance. He creates a grand, sprawling narrative while still delivering intimate characters' moments. His ability to weave dozens of characters and plotlines into cohesive and meaningful stories is unparalleled. Another highlight of Hickman's writing is his characterization of Doctor Doom. Doom is not portrayed as a one-dimensional villain, but as a deeply flawed, tragic figure. He wields godlike power, but is haunted by his insecurities and the knowledge that he is not the one he pretends to be. The story explores themes of power, morality, and the human desire for survival and meaning. It asks questions like, what does it mean to be a god? How far will someone go to protect what they believe is theirs? And most importantly, what happens when heroes refuse to surrender in the face of overwhelming odds? These philosophical underpinnings elevate Secret Wars from being just another superhero crossover to a genuinely engaging and thought-provoking tale. After the main story, we get a usual portion of bonus material. As is typical with Hickman's work, the story is presented without any cover separating the individual chapters. Hickman prefers to provide readers with a sense of an epic, uninterrupted narrative, which the inclusion of covers between chapters might disrupt. For this reason, the covers of the individual issues in this omnibus, as well as in all of his omnibuses, are included only in the extras. In the extras, we not only find the standard covers, but also a rich selection of variant covers. Aside from the cover gallery, however, there isn't anything else in the bonus material. That's really all there is. Secret Wars by Jonathan Hickman Omnibus captures one of the most ambitious, epic, and impactful Marvel stories ever told. With its stunning art, thought-provoking theme, and fantastic storytelling, this collection cements Hickman as one of the goats of modern comic book history. If Secret Wars by Jonathan Hickman Omnibus gets your attention, you can order your own copy in our e-shop, comicsbugle.com. Your friendly neighborhood comic book shop in Europe. Accept the great catalog of collected, deluxe, and absolute editions, epic collections, and omnibuses. We guarantee you eco-friendly Hulkproof packaging, free shipping in whole EU, and option to pre-order your comic book now and pay for it later. You can also split full price to 4 separate payments because we know how expensive these books can be. So check it out, comicsbugle.com. You can find direct link below this video. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out any further videos. In our comment section, let us know what other books or topics would you like to see in our videos. And see ya, Bugles!